Yeah. What's the most significant thing you've changed for somebody?
It's hard to say.
Yeah?
It's subjective because I'm not in their body and I'm not in their world. So it's hard for me to say whether that's significant or not, according to me, you know?
So you were saying that like everything's based on underlying principle of suggestion therapy, right? So what's the difference between suggestion therapy and like analysis therapy?
Psychoanalysis was, of course, birthed by Freud. Interesting. And it really does have a lot to do with one another, because as a hypnotherapist, if we're doing regression, we might ask the subconscious to go back to that first time they recall feeling that way or having that thought, right? So that's psychoanalysis. So you're going in to understand the birth of that particular thing, that program,
And then you use suggestion therapy on top of that. I get you. So well, then I guess analysis therapy is mainstream therapy, right? Or psychology.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're definitely doing that, but we're not just, I call it masturbating the misery.
Sure.
We're not just going over and over the same old thing. It helps us to resolve that trauma rather than just sit with it and understand it more and more and more.
Is that kind of an older school of thought?
I think so. I think there was a lot of curiosity in why does someone exhibit the thing that they're exhibiting. And I think that gets a little bit gruesome after a while, where you're just not helping that person move forward. You're just re-victimizing them. Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah, that's there's a weird like sense of pleasure I think people can get by you get in an argument with your friend and you just relive the argument over and over and over and over again. There's a weird sense of comfort that comes, and even though it pisses you off, you just keep doing it and keep doing it. Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah. So if someone came to me and they were doing that, I'd say, so far you've been doing that. And you're not. What do you want to do next?
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge them, because if you continue to believe that that's what you do, then that's what you will do. If you start to shift that belief that you could change or interrupt that way of processing or masturbating the misery, then you can, right? It's just a concept away, a thought away from that reality. Then it's that action. It's remembering to action it. So with the brain doesn't understand time as much as we think it does. So there's a part of our brain that needs to be told which time frame this is in. So I had been doing that, now I'm doing this from now on. So if we can get very clear about where it is in the timeline of reality, then we can stop reliving that old pattern.
Right, and then the brain thinks it's still in an active state.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the suggestion comes in. So if you say, I always am late to things,
which is a continuous
you will
cycle.
Continue to be late to things. Sure. If you say, I used to be late to things, it suggests that now you are changing that pattern to be on time or before time.
Is there an argument that somebody can completely reinvent themselves then? Like,
yeah,
entirely?
Absolutely. I like that word.
Reinvent?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does that, I mean, the thing that I can think of is like multiple personality disorder, where somebody can completely change who they are just like that.
Yeah.
To what extent are we able to change? Because there's that idea of like, we are fundamentally this person. That's who we are at our core.
I think we're starting to understand that's not so true.
Right.
If you think about your version of you at 4, version of you at 10, version of you at 15, you have actually changed quite a lot. And the programs and things that you played then aren't relevant now. So of course you change it, right? So we're constantly and have been constantly reinventing ourselves.
Thank you for watching that clip. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the left. And if you want to watch the full episode, hit the square on the bottom. To watch another small clip, go ahead and hit that square on top. And if you just want to listen to the full episode but don't have time to watch it, you can find this podcast wherever podcasts are listened to. Thanks. Bye.